Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and this is Champions League Week 6. I always say it's put up, shut up, but some of these teams must deliver, and then we'll know exactly where we're at. We will go through some futures for the Champions League when we rejoin, or prior to us rejoining in March, because some of the teams that you might fancy, like Man United or Leipzig, one of them's not going to make it. So remember, we've got Tan and we've got Alex. Please subscribe, press the button, ring the bell. And when you ring the bell, that means we'll notify you. You'll never miss any content again. And at the moment, the boys, I was going to wear gloves because everything we touch is absolutely on fire. Now, also press the link in the description. That'll take you over to the articles wrote by either Tan or Alex or Martin or whoever else Alex has deemed good enough to give you the right information and winners. Also, you're our third guest. Get your stories in there. Get the bankers in there. Get the leans. If you have a look down the left-hand side, I've actually put the majority of the games because I want to talk about some games longer than others. If your selection's not on there and you want us to talk about it, slip it into the chat and then I'll ask the boys what their thoughts are. And there may even be that they've got a bet for a game that I've not even put on there. Also, remember tonight, which is USA time or Eastern time, we've got Monday Night Football. It's the Bills and the 49ers. A great weekend in the NFL. Only 4 games, 4 weeks to go. So it's all heating up, and we will try and attempt to do a 3-team parlay. Alex and Tan. Alex, I'll come to you first. 2 games jump out at the page. So, I mean, someone is going to be crying in their soup.
First of all, hi. And first of all, thank you all for being on the live chat. We love that. Many of you guys being here with us week in and week out. We thank you for over 40,000 views last week on all our soccer shows / football shows. So congrats to Flash, first of all, and also for the SBR team who is working behind the screen.
No, there's no need to go for the team. Just me is good enough, Alex.
No, you're not good enough. You're never good enough.
No, exactly. Never good enough. Never good enough. Can always do more.
We had a fantastic week across all sports. Champions League, Europa League, Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga boys delivered, Premier League boys delivered. Everyone delivered last week. And we are very happy and we want to continue this trend. So, interesting matches in Europe. The last round, you will not see a lot of selections, a lot of official picks for me. I went for those teams that are basically not qualified yet for the round of 16. So, a lot of drama. I think that 7 spots are for grabs still in this for the knockout stages, and a lot of teams are fighting for them. Teams that we thought that they will qualify with ease, but let's not forget that Champions League started 1 month later than the normal schedule, and week after week after week, minus the international break, we had them playing in their domestic leagues and in Champions League or Europa League. Plus the players that went to international break, traveled a lot. So hopefully in January, the situation will be different.
First of all, Derek, good morning from Costa Rica, and obviously wherever you are in the world, good afternoon or good evening. Also, Rampage, I saw all your bets. They mirrored mine, so you must have had an unbelievable weekend. We love that. Tan, big week ahead in Champions League, and this is why we love it. And also, do you think that we're going to enjoy if this is like we've just done the 6 weeks and near enough back to back, so that now until March we've got it all out of the way?
Yeah, because what you didn't check is that, for example, at least in Italy, but I believe it's the same in England, there is no rest. There is a midweek fixture in December. There is midweek also in January. Think that the first empty slot if you want to recover one game, at least in Italy, but I think it's not different in England. For example, yesterday, Udinese Atalanta was postponed due to rain. It's on 27th of January. So it's okay even to take a little bit of a breath from a competition. Champions League is like a higher quality wine that you need to a little rest in the glass to taste in the best way. Also, there are many many people that are talking in the chat, and I have to answer to some of them. Suraj Limbu, please give me 4 fixed matches, Tancredi. Well, I will invite you to my PlayStation, and we will do it that way. Claudio S. saying, Tancredi, please give a banker this week. The referee is a banker. Tiago Duarte saying, Tancredi, the best coffee is the Portuguese Cheers. You make me laugh, Tiago.
Tancredi is salty today. You don't see that Tancredi is already salty today.
Rami is asking, Tan, any coffee? I already took before. I can go with many because otherwise we'd clash with adrenaline. Manchester is red. Hey, Tancredi, you were all over internet last week. Because
that's the one I wanted to talk to you about.
Which one, Suarez?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about Manchester in red. Comment about you was all over everywhere because of your comment on Suarez and the Juventus link.
Yeah, that was a news. The news that the law authorities in Perugia are actually investigating. Also, they were investigating the heads of the university for students that is doing the language test on who wants to achieve the Italian citizenship. But now, since last week, they are also investigating on Juventus. The director of football, Fabio Paratici, and also the lawyers of Juventus. At the moment, they are investigated for giving fake information when questioned by the authorities. The investigation is ongoing. Obviously, it is huge. Even by law, by football law, Juventus could risk until relegation. But to get until that step, it's a huge, huge leap. In my opinion, it is hard for them to risk more than being fined for some improper behavior, something like that.
Okay.
There is also... Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, because obviously before it disappears and I can't start scrolling down, Dominic Wall says, does anyone know what happens to a soccer bet when the game is postponed? Yeah, it's just void. It's a non-runner. If you had a 2-team parlay and one team wins and the other gets postponed, you just get the single bet. So it's a non-runner. You don't lose your bet. No problem at all.
Yeah, normally, if it's postponed and is played 24 hours later, it's still a bet. But for sure that this Atalanta game will not be played 24 hours.
Yeah, it's very rare for a soccer game to be postponed and then played with it in the 24-hour period where the books still like to take your money. Okay, let's carry on.
Can I answer to some other in the chat or wasting time? You tell me.
No, you never waste time, Tan.
Okay, so Vivek Dixit saying that Tancredi is an infectious personality. As far as it is only the personality is fine. 66 side 100 saying Tancredi.
But he said you that in a good way, not in a bad way.
No, it's a joke.
And he repeated
Alex.
He repeated that like 8 times.
It's a joke. It's a joke, Alex.
You must
Alex.
He doesn't get jokes.
It's a joke, Alex.
You've worked with him long enough. He don't
get
jokes.
In fact, 66 side 100 is saying Tancredi Palmieri is savage just like Alex. Alex.
I don't need anyone to like me to be
just honest. Like Alex.
I need them all to like our work here. I don't have a personal.
And Giorgio Kostic is saying Monday Night Football, it's World Cup qualification law in 3.5 hours. Time to start opening out the chances. Very good, Giorgio. Actually, I will be checking and covering that on Twitter. So if anybody wants to join there also. And Derek Parra, yes, you made this day if you tell him hello, and then he's asking to me, Derek, you are more unfaithful than Flash in his whole life, Derek. This is not
my whole life. Okay,
because Derek is saying Flash is my spirit animal. You are my animal without spirit.
And we can definitely tell that Tancredi's definitely had his Colombian coffee this morning. Just Arnold saying, start already. Relax yourself. We're coming off an unbelievable weekend. You can tell that the lads are absolutely buzzing. And so, and Claudio says that we've got a Champions League record. I have explained this before, that obviously me doing the records, it's just embarrassing because it's just pluses right across the board. If you followed us for the last 3, 4, 5 weeks in the Champions League, you have been absolutely winners coming out of every single orifice in your body. Right, let's kick straight off.
Not to say to you if you follow us for the last 4 years.
But listen. It's fish and chip paper now. Forget it. Let's go forward, onwards and upwards. Lazio minus 130, Tan. Plus 310 the draw. Bruges at plus 400. Lazio can't defend. They look good going forward. They get bodies in the box. Both teams to score here, I fancy. Do you see Lazio progressing?
When you said they get bodies in the box, I thought you were doing a commentary on Seven by David Fincher. So it is true what you say about this is only for to watch the movie, otherwise don't listen to that. It is true what you say about Lazio, but I think that the thing that is overlooking all these details is that they are extremely focused. They have been always on top on what they had to achieve this season. Obviously, they don't have a deep squad like others, but the games where they had to succeed, they did it. And so I think they will deliver against Brugge. They handled Spezia in Serie A with great cynicism. Spezia did completely the game. They had 2 shots on target, 2 goals. So they are so focused, achieving, delivering, Lazio to win against Brugge.
Just straight Lazio to win. Do you see both teams scoring, Alex?
Yeah, I see both teams score, absolutely. And this is part of my parlay, which it will be up on SBR in around 2 hours. 1.7 right now, the price for both teams to score. Let's not forget that Lazio conceded in every Champions League game so far. Not to put also in the history of Champions League games, they conceded in the last 16 Champions League games. Not to put also in the last head-to-heads that they had in the last 14 head-to-heads across all competition. They conceded in 13 of them. They kept a clean sheet only against Crotone on the road 2-0 in Serie A. Yes, they don't have a deep squad. Everybody can score against them. Yes, they are the better side, and they will not play for the draw because it's very, very difficult to play for a draw. A draw that might give them the possibility to play in the round of 16. But Lazio are not that type of team that they know how to play for the draw. And plus, it's very dangerous. From the middle and up, they have a great squad. They struggle at the back every match because they don't have a deep squad. If we are referring about this problem, they will probably have many problems also in the round of 16 if they qualify, because again they will have many games every week, like 2 of them. So I still fancy them to win this one, but the both team to score looks better to me at 1.7 right now. One very good tip that I've seen is Vlad Popescu. I think it was Lazio to win and both teams to score at 3.3. I think that that is a take. That is on the cards too, but this is not one of my official picks for this game. For this.
Yeah, and also someone said, Claudio said, would you play Immobile at minus 150 to score at any time? Well, the chances are, and the high probability, is if Lazio score, it's Immobile that scores. So listen, if you want to put that in a little for like anytime goal scorer parlay or anything like that, yeah, I mean it's going to be a good game because Bruges are going to have to come out and have a go. And Lazio are not great at the back, but Lazio also like to hit you on the counter. Okay, Alex, Zenit plus 400, draw plus 300, and Dortmund at minus 125. Which Dortmund's going to turn up? Because obviously they've not got their figurehead up top. He struggled. They've struggled, but they've already got the points on the board. So our Zenit, who are half decent side, especially if they get themselves in front, at plus 400 or double chance, are they value?
I don't think that it's value on Zenit. A team that failed to win a match during this Champions League group stage. They only drew 1-1 against Lazio at home. At home, yes, they are another animal. On the road, they are bad. Dortmund are without Haaland, and we know that. But if Lazio wins their fixture against Bruges, Dortmund must win in order to qualify from the first position. And we know how important is that to qualify from the first position in Champions League. You might even get a very, very weak opponent, let's say, in value. But I don't know what to say because you have Juve or Barcelona second in the standings, Manchester United, PSG or Leipzig. So it's difficult to say what.
Well, they couldn't play Leipzig, can they? Because they can't play
Not
against
Leipzig,
teams in
yes,
their own country.
absolutely. Yeah, you make a point, a good point there. But if
Thank
Leipzig fails to qualify, they will play either Manchester United or PSG. They don't want that. They have Porto. They have Porto, another dangerous opponent. They have from that group, we don't know Gladbach, Shakhtar, Real, or Inter. What a great group that is, but we'll go later to that. I still think that there is plenty of in that 1.3, but right now 1.3 is only at Unibet and Bet365. 8-3. Bet365 have 1.72 for Dortmund to win. I don't like the odds, to be honest.
Okay, maybe both teams to score. No, Tan. I mean, Dortmund, they can go through the motions. They can just make sure. I can see this being draw at the halftime.
I believe in Dortmund. They probably have been also lucky against Lazio, where they had no Holland and no Jadon Sancho, things that we didn't know when we did the show one day before the game. This time around, again, Holland should not be part of the game. Sancho could play. But anyway, I think they will deal with this. They will not just play the same game and saying, oh, but see, we don't have Holland or maybe also Sancho. We have tried. I think they will keep that in consideration. Too much at stake. Zenit probably bit less motivated than what we've seen in previous games. It is true that playing with no pressure many times help you, and the pressure is all on Borussia Dortmund. But again, I saw against Lazio they were dealing it very badly. They could have reacted very bad. Just in 24 hours, you lose Holland, you lose Sancho, and you feel powerless on the pitch. It wasn't like that. They exchanged punches with Lazio. So I think they will stay focused, and I'm going with Borussia Dortmund to win.
Okay, not messing about. I'm wondering if the both teams to score no and the unders is in play because Dortmund know
probably
exactly
the under. Probably the under is the option here, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I think the line for the under is at. I will tell you immediately. Is at 2.5. But you can also play under 3 at 1.72. So in case 3 goals are on the scoreboard, you will take your money back with that 1.7.
Yeah. Also, Chris is saying, am I drinking from a different mug? No, this is my normal mug. I only get my Milan mug out when I do the Serie A show. And also, Pronosticos. Where have you been, by the way? Have you been on holiday or something? You can always take your tablet or your phone. Listen, you can get us anywhere in the world as long as you've got a signal and a little bit of Wi-Fi. So, Pronosticos, I don't know what you've done.
Talking about anywhere in the world, Mishari PSN writing from Kuwait, the biggest impact on football here in Kuwait since World Cup 1982. He's also saying, I win a lot of money because of you, bro, Tank. So I have to thank him, obviously, because I paid him for giving this comment. There was someone else that was actually writing to you, but I lost it. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, and good luck, Manchester in red, who says that Man United are going to absolutely crush Leipzig like they did last time. Well, we'll come to that in a couple of minutes. But first of all, I'm happy to spend a bit of time on this game, Tan. It's Barcelona plus 120. Looks a massive price. Plus 275, the draw. And Juve at plus 250. Now, if you're a Juve fan, that's a big price as well, Tan. Do Juve go there and try and strangle the game?
I think so. Okay, so the situation is that Juventus to overtake Barcelona needs to win by 3 goals gap, which it's honestly a bit difficult. Or anyway, win 3-1, 4-2, something like that. It's not about then what will happen in the table. We know it's very hard that something different will happen. The big analysis, Flash, I will save for Leipzig Man United this week because I think is the biggest game. And I know it's weird to say it when there is a Barcelona Juventus and a Messi against Cristiano Ronaldo, which is one of the last of our lives, probably one of the very last. But it is also incredibly the less counting Messi against Cristiano Ronaldo ever. 25 times they played so far. 10 wins for Messi,
36 times they played so far.
35 so far.
Yeah, this is the 36, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Thanks for pointing that out. They have there is a clear advantage for Messi in the head-to-head, but it is maybe too easy to say it is all about them, but in some way it is. Barcelona are slipping 12 points far from the top in Liga, which makes it their worst start of the season in 35 years. Juventus have so many issues to fix. They won the derby at the very last minute against Torino, but again, their performance was very poor. Still, they are there flying at the top, at the fourth place. So anyway, it's good to be there while you still have a team to fix, but it will really be about Messi against Cristiano. Cristiano that wants to take over Camp Nou, and Messi that is not counting almost anything this game for them. Actually, he's not counting anything, but wants to protect and keep a bit of his pride. So he didn't play the last two games in Champions League. He will play these. Obviously, he can't be excluded from this duel unless we will have some very late, shocking, surprising news, but I don't think. I go with both teams to score, Flash. There is not so much intensive focusing attention on defending, which anyway they are struggling with, even if they would be fully focused on that, and putting in a favorable position Messi and Cristiano to score. Really, it's hard to say. It's difficult to apply on a Champions League game of this leverage, but really will be the thing that count the most. The team will be at disposal of one player because this game count almost nothing. So it is really reduced. For once in the history of all the encounters, it is really reduced to the head-to-head between them two.
I like draw at the halftime, Alex.
Yeah, that is on the cards also. Someone is asking if does Messi really care anymore. I think he cares in this type of match against Cristiano Ronaldo. I think that he's his biggest opponent during his career. I think that he will want to beat him again. Let's not forget that Cristiano didn't play in the first match. Let's say that also in their 35 meetings head-to-heads, Messi scored 22 goals and offered 15 assists, and Cristiano scored 19 goals. So I wouldn't be shocked if both of them will appear on the scoreboard. So I think that with the half stake or something, or a small stake, you can take that to happen. Cristiano Ronaldo, anytime goal scorer, combined with Messi, anytime goal scorer in this match. I think that both teams look very bad right now. I don't know which one is bad because Barcelona against Cadiz was very awful. Yes, okay, they created opportunities. They dominated the game, 82% of the possession of the ball. But I don't know, something is happening with them. And worse with Juventus. Their consistency is out of paper right now. They need to create, they need to change something. Also, I heard that Pjanic at Barcelona, he is very, very upset because he is not catching a lot of minutes lately. So he declared that he is very upset because of that. I think that he should be playing in every single match because they need that type of player. I think that the draw at halftime looks beautiful. I would even say over 2.5 goals at 1.72 looks decent with Bet365.
Okay, you want to talk about goals? You want to talk about Alex Classic? You want to talk about it being a complete and utter cup final? Then we go to Leipzig. And Alex, it's RB Leipzig at plus 160. Draw plus 290. And Man United at plus 165. Now, a couple of weeks ago, and I know that some a few of you in the chat, you went with Manchester United not to qualify at plus 350. And now plus 160 not to qualify. But listen, it's not all doom and gloom for Man United because they've already smashed Leipzig. And if Leipzig want to go and win this game, that's when Man United are at their most dangerous, Alex.
Indeed, yes. But let's not forget that the Leipzig are coming after a superb 3-3 draw with Bayern Munich. It was a great match for them. Or wait, I'm sorry.
What is the matter?
No. I was reading something else in the same time. I thought that we have some injury news, but no. I think that this is an Alex Classic all the way. Manchester United will not stay to defend because it's very.
Can't.
First of all, they can't. First of all, they don't have the weapons there. Their back line is dreadful, but they still have a good attacking players. So if this is not the Alex Classic at 1.8 all the way, I don't know which match it is over this card. I think that Manchester United might even stay home and play in their favorite competition, Europa League, next season, next year.
Listen, the Alex Classic at minus 125 looks like an absolute gift. They've got to go for it from the very, very first whistle. I think over 3.5 goals. I mean, both teams to score and over 3.5. I mean, it's crazy. Or just do your Alex Classic and then maybe have a free bet on over 3.5 goals in the game. Tan,
I don't know. What do you say? What do you say about RB Leipzig total team goals over 1.5? I think.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I see both teams scoring 2. I see this being a minimum 2-2 game. And the thing is, they're going to have to keep going. Listen, Man United could be 3-1 down. Let's just take Granada in La Liga over the weekend. They were 3-1 down at home with 3 minutes to go. They came back to 3-3, and in the 93rd minute, they hit the post. It's going to be that type of game here in Leipzig because Man United can be 3-1 down with like 5 minutes to go. And if they get them a couple of goals, 3-3, that's good enough. I see muchos goals, Tan.
Definitely. Look, the big analysis goes on this. So now, as we look in this game, Manchester United is the one that is ahead of them too, because in the head-to-head with 3 teams, Manchester United are actually ahead. But now the situation anyway changes when it goes in head-to-head with 2, but we know that Paris Saint-Germain is going to win their game. Anyway, you should keep in mind that Manchester United in the first leg won 5-0 against Leipzig. So as you mentioned, playing for the draw for Manchester United would be good enough. Now, playing for the draw means trying to stay back, settle back, turning off the game, making the chances, making the most of the space that is leaving in counters. But the thing is that we know that Manchester United can hard keep on defending and being reliable in that way. And most of all, we have seen Leipzig growing week by week. Also in Bundesliga, they were so close to defeating Bayern at their place. And anyway, they put up a fight in spite of having an intense, unexpected 3-4 only 4 days earlier in Turkey. But they have this ability to be intense, to stay into the game, to not give up, which means also conceding. And so that is good for Manchester United. But if Manchester United will make the most of some spaces that Leipzig concede when they have to attack, so exactly, we will see an even more raging and furious Leipzig. I see in this the combo, the Alex Classic, the over 2.5 goals plus both teams to score. Because the plot will see Manchester United stay tight at the beginning, and we know though that Leipzig are able to open those kind of opponents. They can anyway concede in counter. If Manchester United open the score sheet, being the first one to score, the game will get even more crazy, even more things to happen.
I expect it to be a stretched game from the very first whistle. And as far as playing for the draw, I think there's only two teams in world football that can actually set out, and that's Juve and Atletico Madrid. I think they're the only two sides that are set up to sit deep, defend properly, organise the midfield. The rest of them, no. If they keep a clean sheet, it's either from bad finishing from the opposition or it's lopsided and they've just crushed the game. So for me, I think the Alex Classic, I think you go goals all the way. Listen, have a little bit. I think this is going to be one crazy game. And the one thing I can almost guarantee is they will keep going until the 92nd, 93rd minute. Now, here's a game you might be able to get plenty value, Tan. It's Rennes at plus 215. Been very disappointed. You were hot on them in week one. Plus 240 on the draw. And Sevilla at minus 130. Sevilla not scored in the last two games. Look gassed out. And they've not got a natural goal scorer to finish off their fine work.
One of the most boring group ever, because one game to go, everything is already set. All the positions are set. First, second, third, and fourth. Not part of my top 5 picks. If I have to go with something on this, I go on under 2.5 goals, Sevilla putting as less as they can. Or if you think you want to risk something, maybe on Rennes, maybe the double chance on Rennes, because again, Sevilla are staying focused on Liga, and so as Rennes didn't win and scored almost nothing in all the Champions League, maybe would like to, they can't get not even in Europa League anymore, maybe would like to get a late satisfaction, grabbing that prize money on drawing or winning a game in Champions League. So maybe that, but if I had to choose, I would say more under 2.5 goals.
Yeah, I wouldn't put anyone off of Rennes' double chance neither, because Sevilla are already home and hosed. They need to get some energy, and I expect maybe a weakened side. They're destined for obviously second place, and somewhat Sammy said in there that I said that Juve and Atletico were the best two teams in world football to set up for a draw, and he says Chelsea. No. Chelsea are not set up for a draw. Chelsea are set up to go and win games. Alex, what about Rennes and Sevilla? Sevilla, I think, obviously, as I said, the job's done. I think they need to get some energy back into their players' legs.
And let's not forget that they're playing Getafe on the road this weekend.
Who are probably one of the worst teams at the moment, by the way, in La Liga.
Yeah, but can you trust Sevilla right now after their last two matches? You cannot trust them. So I think that their main focus is to be fully fit, and they will make a huge squad rotation. Let's not forget that Rennes against Lens, they lost last weekend in Ligue 1, and 4 of their starting squad came on the pitch at halftime. So it was a little bit of squad rotation. I don't know even why they did that, because that third spot for them is occupied. So that's it, But probably Tan is right with the money. They are the club that need money. So probably a draw double chance there. But even a draw double chance is very small at 1 point. Let me tell you right now, a draw double chance at 1.57. I wouldn't play that. Even a draw at halftime, if you think about it. Even the under 2.5 goals looks good at 1.83. So a lot of, but I think that you should avoid this game, really.
Okay, then avoid it. You don't lose no money if you don't put it down. Let's move on then, because there's plenty of value, home or away here. Alex, we've got Ajax at plus 140, draw 300, and then Atalanta at plus 190. Atlanta, what team are we going to get? Because if they put their best foot forward, they're the best plus 190 we're going to see all season. But if they don't, then Ajax at plus 140, they're great value.
Yes, but it's a plus that Atalanta didn't have to play their match in Serie A, which was postponed due to weather. So I think that is a plus for them from the energy type of situation. So on the other side, Ajax played Tadic, Traore, Quincy Promes, Klaassen, Blind, Tagliafico against Twente, and they still lost 2-1 in Eredivisie. I think that, again, normally normally you should go with Atalanta, but they are very disappointing lately. I was thinking even to go with Ajax at 2.4, but I think that there are goals on the card all week long here. This is why the bookies have at 1.44 over 2.5 and at 1.4 both teams to score. Even if you combine them, you don't get 1.7 for an Alex Classic. So over 3.5 goals, I think that there is a chance for us to see at least 4 goals in this match at 2.15.
What did you say the Alex Classic came out at?
1.68.
Who?
1.68.
Okay, so that's minus 150. Well, I've got a 2-team parlay at the moment, and I'm seeing Leipzig Alex Classic and the Ajax Alex Classic in a parlay. Tan, Atalanta. Can we think that they're actually going to switch it on for the Champions League after having like a small 4 or 5 day break out of Serie A?
The question is all about that. Do you believe or not in Atalanta? That is all about that. Do you believe that this is part of those moments where they actually show up? And they did show up when the moments was always worth. They never failed a game, an appointment that had no possibility to be rewrite. They never failed in that way. What they are failing is in the consistency of the big teams, of staying, of not feeling the fallout of playing 2 games per week. They're not feeling in that. So I believe in Atalanta. I believe that what happened in Liverpool was not a coincidence. Where they are failing in Serie A is staying focused against the minor teams. It's true they have lost to Napoli at home of Napoli, that they recovered only in the last minutes against Inter at home. But they did it because they had other chances. This time they have no chances. I believe that even if Ajax got more freshness, but anyway, many things have changed since the team that reached the semi-final 2 years ago. Half of the team is gone, more or less. The important half of the team is gone. Ziyech is gone. Van de Beek is gone. De Jong is gone. De Ligt is gone. There are some other 2 or 3 in the starting 11 that are gone. Very few are left there. Tadic, Onana, very few. I believe that Atalanta will find the way to stick together. There have been problems because we don't know why Papu Gomez was subbed at the halftime for, or maybe, well, actually, we know subbed and for some technical reason because he didn't listen to what Gasperini was told, and then he was not called up for the game against Udinese. It is said because to give him time to rest. I believe they will stick together. They will come together. The double chance on Atalanta. Atalanta needs a draw to pass through. Is already good enough. It's a safe one, but it's already good enough. So I go with double chance draw or Atalanta to win.
And what would that squirrel price be, like minus 160?
It's double chance at minus 160.
Double chance on Atalanta right now is at 1.57 minus 1.75.
Wow, okay.
Minus
that fell because it was
well,
like
for you, that's brilliant.
No, shut up. No, it was 1.50 when I checked it yesterday.
1.50, okay. I said 1.57.
Yeah, that's okay. 1.57 is like 1.85, not 1.75. So anyway, we're going to go. What about Atalanta maybe to score over 1.5 goals? I think the Alex Classic's just the way to go, and I'm happy to stick it in a parlay with Leipzig. Crazy game this. Inter minus 300 Tan. Draw plus 300. Oh, sorry. Inter minus 300. Draw plus 500. And Shakhtar at plus 1,000. Is this the type of game where Shakhtar double chance or Shakhtar with an like 1.5 goals gets the money? Because I saw Shakhtar last week against Madrid and everyone will go, oh, Shakhtar beat Madrid 2-0. They should have been 4 down in 20 minutes, Shakhtar. They've been an absolute joke, and this is a side that I know really, really well. They've got good players, but they're lightweight. And the big thing about Inter is they're a strong, powerful team. So which way do we go, Tan?
Look, let me advertise myself for a second before we go in this. Actually, about this, because later, for who is interested, on my social, you will find an interview, an exclusive interview I've done with Dodo, the Shakhtar right back that will play against Inter. He comes very clean about Inter, about this game, very genuine, even tactical takes that are very, very interesting for someone that is only 22 years old. And he gave me a good look into this game, because he not only mentioned the fact that it's still in mind how they have lost against Inter 5-0 in the Europa League semi-final last year. I also asked him how could be that they won against Real Madrid twice, they drew against Inter, then they lost badly against Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's very interesting what he got to say on how they read those games and then against Mönchengladbach, and how they are reading this game. So go back later if you want, in 1 hour after the show is done, go on my Twitter account, you will find this exclusive interview. Very, very interesting for football fans. And look, Shakhtar, they need a draw and they are through, okay? So let's remind this. With a draw, Shakhtar, they are through. And in the first leg, they were so focused to get that draw. Absolutely. They said, we don't have to lose against Inter after we shocked Real Madrid. They were well aware of their limits. Inter, they can only win, and that could not be enough, because let's remind, there is a huge fear for the biscotto. I don't have the biscotto here. What is everybody talking about in Italy right now? What is the biscotto? The cookie. Biscotto is when we say two teams are putting in the oven one result, and then they are taking it out and you have to eat it. So basically what they talk about biscotto is that famous, unfamous 2-2 between Sweden and Denmark in the Euro 2004 that had kicked away Italy playing against Bulgaria. But what happened in that case, for example, Sweden and Denmark were playing their game. As the game went on, naturally it came out a 2-2, because when one team was scoring, then was stopping and saying, okay, for us it's good enough. And then the other time went on attacking and found the goal. When in the last 10 minutes they were 2-2, they said, okay, for us it's good enough. So what could happen? Could happen that Real Madrid and Mönchengladbach, they won't play for a draw, but if 10 minutes to the end, Inter are winning largely, and Real Madrid and Gladbach are set on a draw, they will just stop to play, because that will let them go through. They will not get on the pitch playing for the draw, but they can lean to that. So, Inter, I say here, over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. Inter so focused, but Shakhtar making the most of the space they can find in between the lines and of the uncertainties and the pressure that is on Inter. Over 2.5 goals and both teams to score, but this is so connected with what will happen at Real Madrid Gladbach.
Yeah, and there's an in-play bet to be had there, and Tan obviously just touches on it, that if it's draw in Madrid, we've sort of like 15, 20 minutes ago, bet on the draw. Bet on it, especially as he says, because the word will get out there that just don't take any chances, because there's too much at risk. So there'll be no overlapping. And the other thing is with Real Madrid, they can't overlap. I mean, I expect them to be in front, but Gladbach are a powerful unit. You leave space in behind, they will expose it, Alex.
Inter Shakhtar, yes, you said correctly. If in play, bet on a draw if Inter are winning. If Inter are winning by more than 1 goal difference, right? But in case there is a draw in Inter Shakhtar in the 80th minute, you bet on something else. You bet on another goal in case Real and Gladbach are equal 1-1 or 2-2 or even 0-0. You bet on at least 1 goal, because if in case one of them doesn't win, that puts that puts in jeopardy Real Madrid, right? So I think that they are the ones who should think about scoring in case Shakhtar are keeping Inter to a draw. I think that Shakhtar are better than what they showed against Gladbach. They pulled off a good 0-0 draw against Inter in the first leg. So right now they need a draw in this one. I think that they will even find the back of the net. And I think that plus 1.5 on the Asian handicap on Shakhtar at 2.05, so they don't lose by more than 1 goal difference, is on the cards here, and is one of my official picks. Also, I'm playing also the cards and the corners here. It will be a huge game with cards and corners. Over 5.5 cards at 2.16 is the way to go. I think that we'll see 6 cards in this game because Shakhtar are the type of team that they are producing many fouls, and I think that they will do it again because they need this draw and they will go for it. And a lot of corners from Inter we will see here. So over 10.5 corners in the match, again at 2.1 is the play for this match. A lot of intensity in this match. I see one of the most dramatic matches in this group stage.
Yeah, I love watching them. Obviously, last year I made plenty worms out of betting with Shakhtar. I love Marlos. What a left foot he's got. He's got a left foot that's up there with some of the best left foot in world football. He needs them other players around him. Let's move on now to Real Madrid at minus 135, draw plus 300, and Gladbach at a massive 400, Alex.
So this is a must-win, most of all for Real Madrid, in case Inter doesn't fail to win that game, you know. So it will be an in-play bet, but I don't think that Real Madrid will risk not to go and score there. I think that, again, the Alex Classic here is on the cards. But to be honest, I will stay away from this game because I would rather watch it and place a bet in the 80th minute or in the 75th minute, depending what's the score on the other stadium.
Wow. Real Madrid, Gladbach, Tan. Real Madrid, if they can get their full strength side out, then I see them choking on Gladbach. But the problem I also have is, and I like to look at lines, minus 165 Real Madrid were. You can now get minus 135. So it's going towards a draw on Gladbach.
Look.
Thank you.
Everything has to be checked. Keep the live scoring, the live betting under control for that situation. Let's remind again, if Shakhtar don't lose, then Real Madrid need to win. Yes. So, again, if Shakhtar don't lose, Real Madrid must win. If Shakhtar lose, so if Inter win, for Real Madrid is enough to draw. So, for example, if Inter goes 2-0 after the halftime, could be actually that they just lay on this. But, as you see, the bookmakers are not giving some crazy, stupid odds on a draw, which many times are announcing what is going to happen. Here, there are normal odds. Real Madrid are a bit on the spot. They are not going good in Liga, just that the disaster that Barcelona is being is a bit shadowing how badly they are going, but so bad that the position of Zidane is put on stake by every media and part of the club, not Florentino, but part of the club, which means then that Zidane can't rely only on, okay, let's qualify. They need to try to win. Sergio Ramos is back in the lineup.
Yeah.
Huge change. This makes a huge change. So I count on the pride of Real Madrid. I count on who is there. I'm counting also on the fact that when Real Madrid is in front of the fact that defeat can have consequences, they are never losing. They didn't lose the Clásico that they know could have many consequences. They didn't lose against Inter, where they were all prepped up, while against Mönchengladbach and Shakhtar, definitely they underestimated the fixture. So this is that situation, and I'm going with Real Madrid to win. Obviously, if Inter wins 3-0 at the minute 75 and is getting into a draw in Valdebebas, Real Madrid won't push for a win.
Okay, we've got to shoot through these last two games now, gents, because I want to get your picks out there.
Sorry, I wanted to say if we can make 100 likes till like the last time that we went to the Champions
Well, from 245 people watching live, I'm sure that if I just introduce Tan for the next game, just press the button because you're not going to miss any content. So make sure that thumb turns blue. And by the way, whoever did that one, don't mind that neither. It means you showed your fingers a little bit of exercise. Salzburg plus 240, plus 280 the draw, and Atletico at plus 115. Both teams to score, yes, but unders a bigger yes, Tan.
Both teams to score, definitely. Let's remind what's the situation. Atletico are through if they don't lose. Salzburg are through and kick out Atletico if they win. As much open and easy as you can think. There is not much math to do about this. And we know that Salzburg like to play in these situations. I mean, they are not shy. Doesn't mean that they will achieve the result, but they are not shy at all to play in such kind of situation. Last year they put up a fight against Liverpool. This season they are still there, and they are in a group with the leader of Liga and the leader of Bundesliga. Let's remind this. So both teams to score. Atletico still very favorite to win. Obviously, the odds on double chance on Atletico aren't that great. Both teams to score, and let's not think twice.
Okay, somebody pressed the thumbs down and then realised it had gone down. And then they deleted it and put the thumbs up. We love all that. 110 straight away. Great shout, Alex. Good timing.
Forza Porto. Sorry. But Olympiacos to win against Porto. Just some Portistas were talking about Super Dragovic.
And obviously it was Rude Boy who put the thumb down because he's just completely backward. Alex, Salzburg, Atletico, quickly, fire me through.
I think that is the over 2.5 goals. I like the Atletico lately. The style changed a little bit. The way that they are producing changed. I like their new approach. I think that they will win La Liga this season. This is
no. Stop
that. No. Yes, they will. It's time for someone else to win La Liga. Only Real Madrid.
I've got a big parlay on Real Madrid coming from behind. Come on.
Maybe after Zidane gets sacked and something will change there. But no, Atletico Madrid look like winners of La Liga this season. They look very focused. They look very consistent. And I don't think that they will lose at Salzburg. But I see also the Alex Classic is on the cards here, probably at 2.1. But for sure, the over 2.5 goals at 1.7.
Okay, I'll stay with you then, because we've got Kiev at minus 110, plus 240 to draw, and Ferencvaros at plus 350. That's the last game we're going to cover before we go for the picks.
Yes, they are still playing for something. Yes, I know that they failed to qualify further in the competition. 1 point each in this very tough group against Barcelona and Juventus. But they are fighting for that third position. Who will take this one will go through. Let's not forget that in the first leg in Hungary, Dynamo Kiev failed to win after being 2 goals up. And Ferencvaros managed to score the equalizer in the 90th minute of the game by Boli. I think that we will see again both teams to score in Kiev. I think that this is the way to go at 1.8. I fancy Ferencvaros to take something from this. I don't know if they will win or not, but to be honest, if they draw, they must draw 3-3 in order to qualify in Europa League from the third position. So it will be very, very tough. But both teams to score is on the cards at 1.8 official pick.
I thought Kiev might have been the best and most reliable bet on the card, Tan.
The both teams to score, you mean? Because I completely.
Oh, just Kiev to win at -110.
No.
Okay.
I go with an open game, both teams to score. Let's break down the situation. Who wins go to Europa League, and they care about going to Europa League. But Ferencváros,
yeah, they do. It's their Champions League.
Yeah, Ferencváros a bit more. You know, Kiev, they are accustomed to be here and there. They do care, but Ferencváros a bit more. If they draw, well, it depends. 1-1 and 2-2 qualifies Dynamo Kiev. From 3-3 on qualifies Ferencváros. But anyway, as many options I told you, this means that it's very, very open. And we saw how shaky they are in defense. Both teams to score really as easy as it seems.
Okay, Fab, stick up the picks, please, sir. Let's have a little look and see what the boys have gone for official. They've gone Dynamo Kiev. Both teams to score at -125. That's for Alex. RB Leipzig. Alex Classic at -125. And Shakhtar +1.5 on the Asian handicap at +105. Going to be a ding-dong of a game in Inter. Barcelona, both teams to score -185. Squirrel. Leipzig, Alex Classic, -130. Atalanta, double chance, -165. That's another little furry animal, likes to eat nuts and lives in a tree. Inter, Alex Classic at -105. And Real Madrid to win at -150. Two-team parlay, I like. Leipzig, Alex Classic. You can get rid of that, Fab, if you want, mate. Leipzig, Alex Classic at -125. And Ajax, Alex Classic at -150. Do we agree, gentlemen?
Yes. I like it.
You like it, Sam? Agreed. That's
what did you say about that? What did you say about Ajax?
Ajax, Alex Classic. Both teams to score an over. Okay, that's what you said. Okay. I wrote it down.
No. I said double chance. Ajax, I said double chance Atalanta.
Okay. But during it, you said you saw goals.
But okay. Alex Classic on Ajax Atalanta makes sense.
Okay, that's what it is. It's Leipzig, Alex Classic, Ajax, Alex Classic. And good luck to Dina. Dina's got Man United not to qualify at a massive +350.
Someone is saying that Cavani and Martial are out, but I don't think that is a huge.
That's all right. They got plenty of others. Rashford, Greenwood, and remember Fernandes was rested. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great week of football. Then in just under 2 hours' time, you can join us because we're going to go Europa League. That will be with Alex and Martin Green. But before that, please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. And that means we can notify you. You'll never miss any content. And there's more and more content coming from us at SBR. Press the link in the description. That'll take you over to the article that wrote by maybe Tan or Alex. And it'll be up in a couple of hours, or Martin. Parlays, winners. Just go and enjoy yourselves. And if you have got time and you like your NFL, then join us tonight. It's Monday Night Football. It's the Bills versus the 49ers with Donny, Kyle, and a guest. Everyone enjoy it.
A guest that went 13-16 in the last 2 Mondays.
Yeah, it's 13-3. Because if you say 13-16, they stab yourself at 16
sorry. 13
yeah,
from 16.
Alex, that's all fish and chip paper, but I went 5-1 yesterday. So that's not bad either. So listen, everyone, have a great week. Enjoy whatever you do. Let's see loads and loads of goals. And Manchester in red, you may well be crying when we see you on Thursday. Take care.
Ciao, guys.